Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store for you today. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the Marshall Thundering Herd taking on the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Raging Cajuns will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's the handoff. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Dropping back, it's Turner. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the right.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Under fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive and you're doing a couple positive things and then turn it over, not the start this offense wants.
To the ground with the back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play, just making it happen?
Breaks into the open. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. The Raging Cajuns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Gives it on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Turner. Finds his man. It's Norton. Inside the 35. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Harmon. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big third down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Turner. Shoots it to the left. And they can't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And this one splits the uprights. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Gets the back moving. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Raging Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
To the air, it's Howard. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. With the catch, it's Norton. Tackled there by the defense. First quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll run play action. It's complete to the right. Runs through a tackle. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's way to catch it, big fella.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Turner. Grab near the sticks, it's Harmon. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. He'll do it himself. Shakes off the defender.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Third down play from the gun. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Herd! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're You're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out. That's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Scanning the field, it's Howard. They've got the screen set up. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Sampson. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Raging Cajuns are on the move. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. It's caught. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Raging Cajuns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cajuns.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. Made a defender miss. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Makes it past the marker. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Makes the grab. It's Turner. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got a little space. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air, it's Turner. Quick completion on the out. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Marshall! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Howard. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And as he throws, pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And the Raging Cajuns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback making checks. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Norton. At the 20, he's got space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Getting worked on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes for 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Howard. Wide open downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Pocket breaking down. Setting up the screen. Crosses the 45. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Scrambling away. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Going up top again. Here comes the heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And some room to work. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw. It's Turner. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Turner. Grabbed in the middle, it's Turner. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The inside handoff. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense
turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Caught over the middle. It's Robertson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage.
Ball squirts out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Hands it off. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the air, it's Turner. Grab, go to the middle, it's Turner.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Harmon. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The shotgun, they go to the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
How good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And the timing just a hair off.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's going to let it go. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's loose. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Reggie Cajun.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
He breaks a tackle. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Back to throw, it's Turner. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll give it to him again. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well, so this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And with that takeaway, the defense has just left the door open just enough maybe for their team to come back. They needed a takeaway badly here late in the game, and they got it. Let's see if the offense can respond and seize this momentum.
To throw, it's Howard. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play. Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Bringing the heat. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Here's a heat. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4th.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Making side adjustments here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass, it's Howard. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback running on the draw. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
This is caught for a touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And listen, still a ways to go. A great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Marshall will be forced to punt. Kick is in the air. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Got a man. It's Sampson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Dropping back, it's Howard. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got to move quickly here, they need to get it to field goal range. Got to find a completion on this one. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.